Today I'm going to show you how to use clipping masks, one of my favorite features in Photoshop. So we're starting off with our sample image. We've got our subject standing in a field of flowers. I think this is so cool. Now I want a little bit of text right up here on the top of my subject. So I'm going to hit T for our type tool. Let's go ahead and click there, and I'm going to type in petal. There we go, just petal. We're going to make this really nice and big. So let's go here in our contextual taskbar and make that really, really large. Let's go ahead and scale this really far up and make this nice big text. Now for this, I am very intentionally using text here that's very thick because I'm going to be adding some images on top of this text and I want to be able to see it. Now let's go ahead and hit Control or Command A to select all. You can see my border here is selected my entire image. We're going to go to our move tool and I'm going to make sure to center align our petal text. Boop, click there, and it's perfectly centered within my image. All right, that looks fantastic. So now it's time to bring in our other images. We're gonna go to our Finder window and simply bring in two different images of flowers. So let's hold Control or Command. We're gonna click and drag both of these right into Photoshop and hit Enter a couple of times. There we go. Now let's go ahead and take a look at our layer stack. Here we have our background layer with our subject. Here we have our petal text and we have both of our flowers. We're just gonna make those invisible for now and we are ready for our clipping mask. So my goal in this exact situation is I want this, like flowers here, I want this to only be visible where the petal layer is visible. Now you might think to yourself, hey, why don't you just use a layer mask? Like why wouldn't you just select the text of petal and then, use that as a layer mask for flowers? You can, but if you decided to change the text at any time, you'd have to completely redo that layer mask. So a clipping mask is the way to go. Basically, if you have your underlying layer and you want the layer right above it to be visible only where the underlying layer is visible, you can hold Alt or Option and simply hover in between both layers. You're gonna see this little down arrow with a box. I'm gonna go ahead and click on that, and as soon as I do, you can see this layer now moves over to the right-hand side. We have a little down arrow, and now this is visible only where my text is visible. And that's all you have to do to create a clipping mask. Now, there are a few other ways to do this. You can go ahead and click on the layer itself. You can go to Layer. You can go down to where it says Create. And if you want to release it, you just click on Release Clipping Mask, and then it becomes a normal layer. Okay? Again, Layer, and then Create Clipping Mask. But my favorite way is to hold Alt or Option and click in between these layers, or you can hit Option Command G, which is the keyboard shortcut. Now, the coolest thing about this is you can create as many clipping masks as you'd like. So I have this other flower layer here right above there. And let's say I want flowers 02 to only be visible where my petal text is there. Again, all I have to do is hold Alt or Option and click there, and boom. Now that is also only visible where we have our petal text. Now, this is super cool because let's say we wanted our petal text. Let's say we want to move that. I'm just going to use V for my move tool. I can move my petal text around, and because these layers on the top of it are only going to be visible where petal is visible, they're going to stay in the same place, and I can simply move this around. Or vice versa, I can click on any one of these layers and move those around. Petal's going to stay in the exact same place, and we're going to simply move that image. Now, the other cool thing is we can actually change the contents of this layer, and the clipping masks are going to stay functional. So for instance, if I want to go ahead and double click right here on petal, and we're just going to type in flower, there we go. Let's hit Control or Command T and just make that a little bit smaller. There we have our flower text, and you can see because I changed the contents of this layer, the clipping masks, because they're still active, they're pointing down to this layer, they're going to stay in place. So you can change the contents of this at any time. Now in this example, we're using text, but you could also use this, let's say you're compositing a subject onto a new background. If you have that subject cut out and you wanted to color match, you keep that subject on their own layer, and then you can use color matching layers clipped to the subject to make it perfectly match to your background. All right, let's go ahead and show you some additional blending and get this all together and look beautiful. I'm gonna hit undo just a couple of times because I kind of liked where it said petal. Now we're gonna go ahead and turn this layer off, and I like this layer here, but I want to make it a little bit lighter. I don't think it really works with my image just yet. So because I have my petal layer, this flowers 01, there we go. It's a smart object. What I'm going to do is hit Control or Command L for our levels, and it's going to adjust the levels again, just on this layer. I'm gonna make my brights a little bit brighter. There we go. Let's go ahead and bring our midtones down there, and I'm gonna bring my output levels up, just like that. Okay, so it kind of like matches the color and the light level of the rest of the image, and something like that I think looks great. I'm gonna hit Control-Command U for hue saturation, and let's go ahead and bump up our saturation just a little bit and bring our lightness a little bit higher as well. And there we go. Look how nice that looks. Now, another thing that I can do here is I can go right down to this petal layer. I'm going to double click right here, and we're going to go ahead and create a drop shadow. So let's click on drop shadow. I'm going to go ahead and choose my color. We're going to choose this from the image here, and then choose multiply as our blend mode. And there we go. We have a little bit of a drop shadow right there. I can hit OK. And then I can just turn this off and on so you can see that drop shadow. And one more thing just for fun. Let's go ahead and take all of this text and put it behind our subject's head. So what we're going to do is now group all this. So I'm going to take our flowers 02, hold shift, flowers 01, hold shift, and down to my petal group. And let's hit Control-Command G. We're just going to group all of those layers together. Now I can move all of them at the same time if I wanted to, or I can go back to my background layer, go to select subject right over here in my contextual taskbar, and then click here on the group, and I'm going to hold Alt or Option and click here on my layer mask icon, which is going to layer mask that out. And then I can simply move any one of these individual layers if I want to. There we go. I could move my petal text and see how that looks. Again, let's make sure that it's centered aligned, and it is. And there we go. So all we have to do really, let's go ahead and scale that up a little bit, bring that a little bit higher. I think that looks really good. And let's go ahead and center align that. How cool is this? Not to mention, I can change it out at any time. If I want to bring this one here, maybe use my level adjustment and make that a little bit brighter, maybe bring our darks a little bit brighter there as well. I could test out multiple different options on top of this text, or really whatever I have. Again, in this example, we're using text, but literally anything you want, you can do this. For instance, let's just do one more cool example. Let's just say I had a rectangular marquee or a rectangle tool. I'm going to click and drag with my rectangle tool. Let's go ahead and go to my corners and bring up the curve just a little bit. Okay, so now literally all I have is a rectangle. Okay, I'm going to just simply take this and we're going to hit Control-Command J on these flowers. So let's hit Control-Command J. We're going to bring those all the way to the very top. So now let's go ahead and take a look at our layers. I have our background. I made this layer with our text invisible. I have a rectangle, and then I have these flowers. But let's say I want these flowers to only be visible where the rectangle is. Easy. Alt or Option, click right there between them. And then there we go. The flowers are only visible where the rectangle is. Let's say I want to shift click the two of those, hit Control or Command G. I'm going to hold Alt or Option to click and drag this layer mask from one group to another one. It's going to show up right behind my subject once more. And then if I want to take this petal text, and I can hit Control or Command J, bring that right here and put that inside of this group above my flowers. Look at this. There we have our petal text. I can turn off my drop shadow. There we go. And I can go ahead and center that by holding Control or Command, clicking on this rectangle, and then using my alignment tools to center align that there. Perfect. How awesome is that? My rectangle, we're just going to go ahead and take off this stroke, and there we go. And this layer, if I wanted to make it a little bit lighter or darker, I could then go to my level adjustment and change the settings of this at any point in time. So in this case, we just changed up our settings a little bit more, but what we're doing is now we have a rectangle here, okay, just this rectangle, and then this flower copy is clipping to the rectangle. So you can see we have a down arrow clipping to the rectangle, telling it's only going to be visible where that rectangle is. And then just right on top of this, I just have my words, and there they are. And because they're an entire group, it's going to just be visible behind our subject. And then if I want to, I could just click on all these layers and move them up a little bit. There we go. And it's going to show up behind our subject. So we can see so many different options we have available to us. Basically, anytime you have contents of any type of layer, a shape layer, text layer, even if you have your layer with your subject. Let's go one more time. I just want to show you because, why not? Let's go to our background layer. I'm going to go to select subject. Okay. And then with select subject active, let's hit Control or Command J to duplicate our subject. So now we have a duplicate of our subject on a new layer. And then let's say we wanted to do something on top of this subject. We want to create a really interesting effect. We're just going to create a new layer right on top of this subject. And then I'm going to just go ahead and put my petal text right on top of our subject. Let's hit Control or Command J and bring that there. All right, fantastic. And now I can make sure that this petal text is only visible on top of our subject by using a clipping mask. So now this petal text is only going to be visible on top of our subject. So we've shown you multiple examples, but in this case, we have basically our subject, okay? We just turn that background invisible. We have our subject on their own layer, and then we have the petal text. And as you can see, because we have this little down arrow, it's only visible on top of our subject. And then I can just, kind of scale that down, make a little bit more sense, and we can have a lot of fun with that as well. So anytime you have any content of any layer and you have a layer above it that you only want visible where the underlying layer is visible, that is when you're going to be using clipping masks. You can see just how powerful they are. And in just a few minutes, we have a few different designs here. We can turn that one back off. There we go. We have this other design here. There we go, where we decided we're going to go ahead and clip both of these, Option Command G, to this text right there. I can turn any one of these layers off and on at the same time, or I can have a completely different design right there. So create a shape, create some text, cut your subject out from the background, and you can put whatever you want to right over top of them. And that's all there is to using clipping masks in Photoshop. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Give us a big thumbs up if you did, and let me know in a comment right down below what you'd like to learn next. And if you want to learn even more advanced Photoshop knowledge, check out Phlearn Pro. We have over 10 years of advanced tutorials for you. They're all available, and we got an exclusive discount. Just follow the link right down below. Thanks again, and I'll Phlearn you later. Bye everyone.